Hello, my name is Mark Dorey and welcome again to another exciting encounter in Jesus, Mark's amazing good news, where I invite you to put aside what you know or what you think you know about Jesus and join me afresh as we go through Mark's Gospel over a cuppa. And last time we looked at power and prayer as we looked at Mark chapter 1 verses 29 to 39, and today we're going to be looking at Jesus cleansing and healing in Mark chapter 1 verses 40 to 45. But as always, if you are enjoying this video series, why not like, subscribe and click the bell, and you'll never miss another episode. So as I said, we're going to be looking at the end of Mark chapter 1 verses 40 to 45. It's going to be coming up on the screen. I'm going to be reading from the New Living Translation, but you can follow along in whatever translation you like. So Mark chapter 1 verses 40 to 45. A man with leprosy came and knelt in front of Jesus, begging to be healed. "If you are willing, you can heal me and make me clean," he said. Moved with compassion, Jesus reached out and touched him. "I am willing," he said. "Be healed." Instantly the leprosy disappeared and the man was healed. Then Jesus sent him on his way with a stern warning. "Don't tell anyone about this. Instead, go to the priest and let him examine you. Take along the offering required by the law of Moses for those who have been healed of leprosy. This will be a public testimony that you have been cleansed." But the man went and spread the word, proclaiming to everyone what had happened. And as a result, large crowds soon surrounded Jesus, and he couldn't publicly enter the town anywhere. He had to stay out in the secluded places, but people from everywhere kept coming to him. You know, the news of Jesus' healings are spreading like wildfire, and people are queuing up. They're queuing up to see this miracle worker and to be healed. And the thing is, anyone with leprosy under Jewish law was declared as unclean, and anyone who touched them, anyone who touched a leper, would become unclean themselves. So you can imagine there's people queuing up to be healed, and then this leper comes and he's crying out, "Unclean, unclean," and he had to ring a bell and this, that and the other. And the thing is, even if people were waiting to be healed, they would have most probably fled, because leprosy was viewed as the most socially isolating disease and horrible disease ever. So they would have run, or they would have even thrown rocks at this man. They would have thrown rocks to get him away, or they would have fled and sort of said, "Oh well, we'll come back to Jesus. We'll come back to Jesus later." And the thing is, you know, this leper, he comes up to Jesus and he says, "If you are willing, you can make me clean. You can heal me and make me clean." And the thing is, this leper had no doubt that Jesus could heal. He's heard of Jesus healing all of these people. But the thing is Jesus willing to heal him? You know, oh Jesus, you can almost hear his thoughts. "Jesus, you've reached out to others. Will you reach out and heal me?" Because leprosy had this social stigma. It was the most reviled of all diseases. And yet Jesus reaches out and he says those lovely words, "I am willing. I am willing to reach out. I am willing to heal you." Because Jesus knows that a person is a person, a child of God. They're not defined by their disease or disability. And yet so often we might define someone by their appearance or by their disability, and we're judging them. We don't even know who they are, but because they're disabled, or because of their appearance, or because of this, that or the other, their skin colour, their ethnic background or whatever, we actually we put them in their slots and we judge them. But here's the thing, if we're judging them, surely there's people looking at us and judging us too. And I'm not saying that that's not right, but we're all the same. We're all doing the same. We all form judgments of people. But here's the thing. We're all spiritual lepers. We're all unclean. On a spiritual level, we're all unclean. We're all repellent. We're all diseased. We're all corrupt. Because we all get things wrong. Each and every day. Each one of us, despite our best efforts, we make incorrect judgments. We slander. We accuse. And we do all sorts of things. And we're far from perfect. I'm far from perfect. But we all are. Viewed through the lens of God's perfection. Viewed through the lens of God's perfection, we're all just like diseased, ravaged, sin-stained people. Because it's sin that causes all these stains. It's sin, all the things we do wrong that causes us to make bad judgments, to slander other people, to judge other people. We're all spiritually diseased. We can't see the sin, but it's in our thoughts, it's in our actions, it's in our deeds. And Jesus views us and he says, I am willing to cleanse you. I am willing to heal you. And that's why he came to earth. He came not to just look from afar as one of the Trinity and look down and sort of go, oh, look at them down there. He became one of us to show us that God himself is willing to reach out, to cleanse and to heal. So as always, some points for reflection. What sort of things do you need cleansing and healing for? On seeing Jesus' reaction to the leper, despite all these leper's doubts, do you believe that your condition is beyond the reach of God? And what would it take for you to reach out to Jesus for cleansing and healing? Some powerful reflections there. But the thing is, the Bible says that Jesus is the same yesterday, today and forever. So, these are valid questions for your life. And even, you may be disabled or I don't know, be thought of as less because of who you are. But we mustn't make these judgments. Because Jesus doesn't make these judgments. We mustn't make these judgments. And Jesus is willing to cleanse us. And he's willing to heal us. And that's exactly why he came down from the glories of heaven down into this world. As beautiful as it is, it's a world full of judgments and accusations and slander and hatred and throwing, maybe not throwing physical rocks, but we throw sort of emotional rocks at people and say, keep your distance. And Jesus is saying, come closer, I am willing to cleanse and to heal you. And as always, if you'd like to sort of look at this in more detail, I've got a book coming out called Encountering Jesus, Mark's Amazingly Good News, and you can pre-order that on the site www.thompsoncat.com. Well, that's it for today. I think it's just about to rain, so I'm going to grab the rest of my cuppa and I'll see you again next time.